Hello everybody, it's Amber, and I'm finally here with my very first craft fair series video for 2017. Before I get started with the project, I just want to go over a couple of things. These craft fair videos that I have are ideas that I'm going to be using at my craft fairs this season. If you are here watching this video and you just kind of want me to cut to the chase, get to the tutorial, this video and my actually channel may not be for you. I do chat, I do show the the process and the materials I used, and sometimes I don't get to the tutorial until in the middle of the video. Now, with that being said, I will go ahead and post the time in the video that the tutorial will start. A lot of my projects don't even need a tutorial because they're so simple, but I go ahead and, show my process here on video anyways. So again, if you are just here to see a project, get it done, wham bam, then this is not the channel for you. However, I know there are so many of you out there who just love, chatty videos and getting to know YouTubers. I just want to let you know I really appreciate your support. I'm so excited to do this craft fair series again this year. I have so much fun with it. It pushes me to get so much product and inventory ready for my craft fairs, and this is my absolute favorite time of the year. So thank you so much for being here and watching, and let's go ahead and get started on this first project. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm showing you some cards and envelopes that I made, and I packaged them all individually. What I did is I used my single-sided 12 by 12 paper pads that I have been pretty much hoarding, and I decided to make the most out of one sheet of 12 by 12 as I could. And what I got out of it was an envelope, a card, and then a couple of scraps left that I have another project that I'm going to be doing in the next video. But pretty much I made these low dollar grabs that people can purchase at my craft fairs, and I know my customers from years past and they like $1 items. So where this started out, I took these 3 paper pads that I'm about to show you here, and I wanted to make like stationery sets. So like I'd make 6 cards with just the print with the white inside, and then 6 envelopes to match, and I'd bundle them together and sell them. And you can totally do that. But for me, I got to thinking about the craft fairs and the people that I know come to my craft fairs. They're looking for low dollar items and kind of things that they can choose. So I decided to use the cutouts on all these paper pads and make a simple decorated card, an envelope, package it in a cellophane, plastic sleeve, and go ahead and sell them for $1 each. So we'll get into the pricing and everything a little more later in the video, but I just wanted to go ahead and show you the paper pads that I decided to use for this project. So as you can see here, I killed 3 12 by 12 paper pads. The first one, these were all, by the way, these were all on Hot Buy, so I got these for either $5 or $6. So that is where I am going to be making money on this if all my cards sell. But anyways, that first one there is Pocket Blossom by DCWV, and the only pages I have left in these paper pads are the big 12 by 12 images, like the big 12 by 12 layouts. So the second one here is Desert Dream, and it's by Recollections, and as you can see here, I only have, the big 12 by 12 layout pages. And with these, I'm going to go ahead and send these to a friend that does layouts. I don't do scrapbook layouts. I never have. And not to say I never will, but I just never have. I might try to utilize this cactus one here for some cards, but pretty much the layout pages are the only ones left. Now this paper pad, this coffee one by Craftsmith, I did save 2 pieces so we could do the project here on camera. So we're going to use these 2 pieces of 12 by 12 that are super cute. And I did save the cutout page of the little die cuts that you can use to decorate the cards. That's the great thing about these paper pads, is you can pretty much deconstruct the entire thing and make a project. And that's exactly what I did. So Again, left here are just these 12 by 12 layout pages, and you can even frame some of these big ones like this quote. That would be beautiful. And I went ahead and saved these 2 label pages just for another project and another time. So I pretty much used up 3 brand new 12 by 12 paper pads, you guys. I'm so excited. And this is what I got out of them. Now, I did run out of plastic sleeves, so I have a few more cards I need to package, but I'm pretty much going to show you what each one looks like. And I took this one out so you can see, get a close-up. Here's the envelope that I made. It's really cute. And here's the card. And I'm going to put the dimensions here on the screen for you. We're actually going to make a couple of these on camera, but I wanted to show you how easy and simple but still elegant these cards look, and very cute to simply package individually, or like I said, you could stack 6 of them or 8 of them together with the envelopes and tie them with ribbon and sell them as sets. I think that because these were hot buy paper pads, that this is a great idea to utilize 1 sheet of 12 by 12 per card, sell them for $1 each, and you're getting an envelope and a card. So here are the cards that I made using the Pocket Blossoms paper pad by DCWV. I hope you enjoy. So again, that was the Pocket Blossom by DCWB. And the next one I'm going to show you is all the cards and envelopes I made using the Desert Dream paper pad by Recollections. This one also had 48 pages, and I love how these turned out. So those were made, again, using the Desert Dreams by Recollections. And the last one I made cards from, and I'm not quite finished with these yet, but these are the ones we're going to make on video. Love You a Latte, and this is the coffee-themed Craftsmith paper pad. I loved making these cards. So I think it's pretty great that I was able to pretty much kill 3 brand new 12 by 12 paper pads. And these are the cards that I have not decorated yet from that coffee paper pad. And we're going to actually make the last 2 here on video. So let's go ahead and get started on this really simple tutorial. Okay, so to get started, all you're going to need is obviously the 12 by 12 paper. I chose these 2 really pretty ones to leave out to do on video. And this is pretty much a project where I deconstructed, like I said, the entire 12 by 12 paper pad. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut this at 7.5 by 7.5 inches. You're going to need that piece for your envelope. So you're going to cut that piece and set it aside. Then you're going to take this long strip that you have left and you're going to cut it down to 4 inches by 10 inches. And this piece here is going to be for the card, and those scraps to the right, I have a really exciting video coming up next where I'm completely almost done using those scraps in a really, really great idea. So here you see me just cutting the other piece, 7.5 by 7.5, and then this one at 4 by 10. So now you have your 2 card bases and your 2 envelope bases. These here are the scraps that you have left over from the 12 by 12 paper. And as I mentioned before, I have the most exciting, cute little project that I made out of these scraps, and you end up having like just the littlest, tiniest scrap left after that. So I pretty much used every single piece of this paper pad. Okay, so I have my little craft mat here because we're going to do some punching on the envelope punch board, and I wanted to protect my tabletop. This is the most user-friendly craft item that ever existed, seriously, because all you do is you look to see the size of the card that you want. It tells you what to cut your paper at for the envelope, and then it tells you the score line to start at. If you don't have one of these, there are so many templates out there for envelopes, but I really, really recommend you investing in this. It's not that expensive. You can use your coupon at Michael's or Hobby Lobby and probably pick this up for less than $15. So anyways, I'm starting with my paper face down, and for this particular size, it told me to go to 3 3/8 punch and score. So after that, you take the little notch that it shows you right there, line it up with your score line, punch and score. You just do that every time after the first measurement. So it's so easy, and it makes the most adorable, perfect envelope. So I'm just going ahead and lining it up and punching it and then scoring it on this little nook here. And then actually it comes with a little corner rounder on the other side, and I only round the 2 big flaps because that's what's going to have that's what's going to be showing on your envelope. So here is our little envelope all cut out, and I'm going to put it aside so I can cut out the other one. And I'm going to do this really fast. So again, you line it up at 3 3/8, punch and score, and you just keep doing this. And you guys, I totally like cut on my paper, put it aside, and then I mass produced these envelopes. I was like an envelope making machine. It was so therapeutic, so fun. I love cutting paper. I just love creating with paper. It's so much fun, and it can be really calming and relaxing. So I really just mass produce these things. That's the kind of stuff that makes me happy. I make my hot cup of coffee, I get cozy, and I just play with my paper crafts. That's just what's fun to me. So now I'm showing you the card base, and since it's like a vertical oriented card, I'm gonna go ahead and make it a top folding card. So I'm just lining it up, folding it in half. That's the easiest way. And then I'm going to crease it down with my bone folder. So I'm just making sure it's completely lined up straight, and I'm creasing it down. And then this is optional, but I like to round the bottom 2 corners of my cards. It just gives it a more finished, complete look, and I just think it looks a lot nicer. So I'm using my We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder, but you can use any corner rounder that you have. They have some really good ones on sale at Hobby Lobby, and So I just like the look of it. You don't have to round your corners. So then I'm going to take my other card base, and I think I'll make this a left fold card, and it doesn't matter, it's still the same size, 4x5, and I'm just making sure it's lined up. And this one has little coffee beans on it. It's so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and round the corners on this one as well. I rounded all the corners on all my cards, just on the bottom with the 1/2 inch side. And now it's time to go ahead and assemble our envelopes, which is super easy. I'm telling you guys, I love making envelopes. I think you should totally get that envelope punch board. It's super, inexpensive, and it's just a great tool to have. So you really just, as I'm doing here, just crease all the score lines, and then you're going to bring your envelope together and just glue it down. So you bring in the side flaps, and that's what it's going to look like. Just make sure it's oriented right. So you bring in the side flaps, and then you just add your adhesive. I like to add it to the big bottom flap so it's all the way to the edge. You can also add it to those side flaps if you want. But I can pretty much eyeball it here, so I know that it's going to be all the way to the edge. And then you just go ahead and glue it down, and you've got yourself a cute little envelope that measures 5¼ by 4¼ So as you can see, the little 4x5 card fits perfectly inside there, and it's all ready for you to decorate. So I'm going to go ahead and put the other envelope together, and we'll be back here to decorate these up a little bit. Okay, so here's the 12x12 cutout sheet that I saved. There were 2 of these in there, and so I'm just going to kind of cut this apart with my paper trimmer to make it straight, and then I'll cut the rest of them with my scissors as I choose them for each card base. So you saw all the ones that I still need to decorate, plus let's go ahead and decorate these 2 on camera. So what I did is I just went through the cutouts and saw, what colors went together. I just made it very simple. I wasn't even planning, honestly, on decorating these at all. Like I said before, I was going to make stationery sets out of these. But I decided, since all these paper pads have such cute cutouts, that I would simply embellish them. So for this one, I chose the I Love You a Latte. And I think this is so cute, and it goes perfectly with this card base. So, you guys, you don't have to do this exactly the way I am. You could totally make this project your own. This is just an idea that I, have. And this is just honestly my way of using up things that I already have in my stash. And I think sometimes these paper pads are kind of made to make cards like this, little simple cards with the little embellishments and quotes on them. And I love those type of cards. And I know from last year and the year before, my customers at my craft fairs go crazy for cards. That's what they come looking for. So I'm going to be making a lot of things with cards this year. Different ideas and different products that I use to make them. But this craft fair series will have your fair share of cards, that's for sure. So that little one was done, and it was really cute. I made it a top folding. I ended up making a top folding card. This one's for sure going to be a top folding card, and I'm just kind of seeing what looks good with it. And it really doesn't matter as long as the colors, don't wash each other out, and you can just have fun with it. So here's the rest of the coffee ones that I have. As you can see, that when I showed you that cutout sheet, I don't have enough of those cutouts to make, to cover all of these cards. So I'm going to take what I can out of these and cover most of them, but some of them I'm going to have to leave plain. So I've kind of interchanged the envelope and card with some more of the busy prints, and I think I'm just going to go in my stash, look for little word stickers that match, and maybe stick those on there. And I might even leave some of them plain. So I'm not sure, but they're all, no matter what, going to be really adorable little cards and envelopes because of the beautiful paper that I used. So those are the ones I still have to decorate. Those are the ones we made. And I really, really hope you enjoyed this. Here's all the ones that I have in my plastic sleeves, and I get a lot of questions on where I get my plastic sleeves. I order mine from clearbags.com. I'm going to actually put all the information for the size clear bags you need with the little adhesive flap and everything in the description below. And if you already haven't figured it out, I'm going to charge $1 each for these cards and envelope sets. So you're going to get, the customer will get one card, one envelope, packaged all nicely for $1. And I think that that's a great price. I don't think it's too cheap, especially because I did get all these paper pads on a hot buy. So they were like, $5 to $6 each. And I'm not even using an entire 12 by 12 piece of paper for each card and envelope set. So I think $1 is the perfect price. I want to thank you all so much for watching and coming back to my channel and joining me for my 2017 craft fair series. For this project, the possibilities are really endless with the paper pads that you already have in your stash. If you have the time, you could kill 5, 6, 7 paper pads with this. You can just make cards forever. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another craft fair series video from me. So thank you all again so much, and I'll see you in the next craft fair video. Bye bye.